everybody, and we're back, and we will be talking about booleans now. Now notice that a boolean is either true or false, and it's true or false with lowercase t or f. So, okay, here we have my boolean set to true, and we echo it out, and then we test. Now notice I don't say if my boolean equal true or my boolean equal false, because what'll happen is they'll say if, and then if it's true, they'll say if true, then which of course is true, they'll say yes, and otherwise they'll say no. Anyway, let's run and see what happens. Okay, here's where it prints out what you tell it, and it prints out true, and it says yes. Okay, the other branch. Okay, so both branches work. Let's try this again. Make sure I have it all. Okay, you notice here it's dropping down to this prompt. Okay, I'll pause real quick. Okay, and we're back. I had to clear some things out to cut down the confusion. Okay, this is the false branch. Okay, it says false. When you echo, it says false, and then it says no, as you expect. Okay, next thing we have is a ternary operator. I also heard this referred to as immediate if. Now what happens is you have to be careful about your syntax here, because you notice you have a double parentheses here, and you have the $sign, which is basically, it says give me the result of this expression. So basically you're evaluating this expression. How this reads is if b equals 5, notice the double equals there, then 1, 2, 3, other than or print 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to set b equal to 4. So see what a is. Okay, run selected text. 3, 2, 1, because b is 4, b is not equal to 5, so it switches to 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's redefine b, and let's see what happens to a. Okay, 1, 2, 3, as expected. Okay, here's a reference for string manipulation. String manipulation is very, very, very powerful, but it can be very quite involved. And we did a little bit on string expansion, and I'm just going to run this one by one. I'm going to say state your name is Fred. Okay. Now, I'm going to say state your name. Command is not found, because what happens is you don't say the name of the variable, you have to say $sign name of variable. Okay, and not only that, you got to say echo. There you go, Fred. Now, if I say echo state your name, it just says state your name, because it does not interpret as a variable. Kind of like the old joke from the radio, say good night, Gracie. Good night, Gracie. Okay, let's do some more echoes here. Okay, this says I Fred, because it did a macro substitution. It did a string expansion. It substituted the string for the variable. Now, if you do this with just single quotes, copy, it does it literally. So be careful about single quotes and double quotes in general when you're learning a language. Sometimes they make a difference, sometimes they don't. Okay, grep, you will have another video which will expand on that quite a bit, so I'll skip on down to the quirks. Okay, and you hear my little kitty. Well, come on up and join us. Yeah. Okay. here's a quirk. Okay, and I'll just do this one by one. A equals 20. Okay, B equals 5. Okay, let's see equal the contents of A divided by the contents of B. Okay, so far it likes that. Okay, and it says 4. Okay, so far so good. Now watch this. Okay, we have A equals 20 like it was before. Let's set B equal to 3. Okay, let's let C equal A equal B. And echo C, it says 6. So it does not do the decimals. Now, even more interesting, let's let B equal 40. Okay, let C equal A divided by B. Echo C. 0. So it's one of the things you got to realize is if you do arithmetic in Bash, it's integer arithmetic. Now, what happens if you have to actually do a calculation? You use the BC, which stands for Bash calculator, and there is the reference for that. Okay, that comes to the conclusion of the initial Bash code along. I hope you found this helpful.